We're going to continue with some of the submission stuff that we were doing. Just basically from a drilling perspective, I'm going to use Jig and Dan here. So we did triangles last week, and we've also done that closed guard arm bar. We're going to work on an omoplata from my college sleeve position. I'm going to start closed guard just to show how we get there. You don't have to do this drill from starting in closed guard, but I'm going to just kind of show how we get there. So I have my legs locked. Okay, turn this way. That's good. So my legs locked. I'm going to get a deep collar grab here. This is so I can kind of control his posture, right? I'm going to grab his sleeve, and then I'm going to extend my legs, shift my hips, and bring my knee up the middle. Okay. Then I'm going to put my foot on his hip. All right. I talked about this with a couple folks last week. Anytime I'm setting this position up, one thing I never do is do this first, because he's just immediately going to push my leg down and pass. Step over. All right. So no bueno. Don't do that. All right. So here, extend, shift, bring the knee up the middle, right up under his chin. So it's kind of in his sternum. I'm pulling the grip, foot to the hip, and then I'm going to start to pull this sleeve as I use my leg against it. Okay. Ultimately, what I'm trying to do is get this elbow away from his hip. Okay. So he's trying to put it through there. Right. I'm in this position here with my knee next, his foot on his shoulder. Okay. So right here. Now I have push, pull, and I have this hip. Okay. What I'm trying to do is pull this sleeve into my hip pocket and get my thigh behind his elbow. Once I do that, drive, clamp on his back of his shoulder / neck, and I go to my omoplata position. I switch to the back of his tricep, grab his belt or his pants, and now I'm in a position where I can submit him. Here I cannot come up, because if I come up from this angle, I'm going to be into his back. Okay, I'm going to need to make room. So foot to the mat. I'm going to adjust my hips so where I'm more parallel with him. Now I can break him down. Chase his back, open out. So extend him down. This is ideal, him pinned to the mat. Okay, open, change my angle, fold my knee, pressure his shoulder to the mat. This is up under his armpit. I don't have to get it all the way through here, just so he can't roll through. Okay. Now I can use my foot, get my finish. His arm is wedged at my hip, so it's basically rotating this to his head. Okay. So it's tight. Get my finish. Okay. It's not going to take much. I want to make sure, little keys, don't ever sit with his leg bent like this. He's just going to get back up. Pick me up. All right, I don't want that. Back down. Extend, open, drop all my weight to this knee. Okay. Now he tries to come up. Not happening. Okay. Now foot post. Get my finish. All right. Any questions on that early?
Can you show a couple of the dangers as far as when you have your legs on his back before you've extended them?
Yeah, and then I'll go through it a couple times. So, here. All right, so if I try to break him down, right, so I get my position here. So say I'm like right here. Two things. I make a triangle, my foot's down here. He's gonna grab my foot. I'm gonna be, one, I can get submitted with that, because he can toe hold me here. Two, he's just gonna lock up that foot, control it. Now it's really hard for me to get up, and he can start pressuring into me, okay? And it's hard for me to finish that way, okay? So here, if I'm over his back, if I try to come up, he's not coming up, right? I'm hitting a wall. So make sure, adjust my angle, so we're more parallel. Keep this pinched. My toes pulled up like we did with the triangle. Hamstrings controlling his posture. Okay. None of this toes pointed down. Okay. Pick me up. Okay. pick me up. Okay, there's just a difference, okay? Control, pinch together. This is tight, okay? I'm holding the back of his tricep, pulling it in, okay? To make sure I control him, okay? Can also control his pants. Adjust, I'm gonna shoot, chase, open, try to come up, okay? Any questions? That is the most common thing if you're not controlling your grips, is he's just gonna try to roll through it. You'll end up with the sweep, but I don't really want it for a sweep, I want it for the submission. Worst comes to worst, I can choose the sweep. Does that make sense? Yes.
What's your favorite way to beat the outside arm with the collar sleeve to set this up?
Outside arm.
Like you have this sleeve and this collar, and you're trying to get on the bicep over here, but they're hand fighting your leg. Really
So
hard.
it's always, and I'll show it one more time after this. So once I'm here, he's fighting this, right?
Yeah.
Here, fight it again. Just keep moving, right?
Yeah,
I'm just
exactly.
circling. Once I get it on his shoulder, I'm good.
You just kind of go once you get it
Yes.
on. Okay.
So if he gets inside position, right? I go inside. Go outside, right? Really fighting with it, right? Now, this whole time we're doing this, right? He's fighting. Right? Take this. Technique that probably doesn't work as much in some situations, but when he's fighting that, it's an option.
Yeah.
Okay. One more time on that. So, I'm in this position. Okay. He's going to be trying to keep his elbow in. I don't want to make my legs overly long. I want to use my hips as a lever. Right? So I get a little bit of push, a little bit of pull. Right? See how I'm just kind of scooting away a little bit, but I'm not making my legs long. Okay? So now, here, control his belt, and it's going to go to this material on the back of his tricep. Okay? He's not going anywhere here. Make room, and now I can sit up hard. Here, open, finish. Okay? If I control the back of his tricep, once I control his shoulder, and I control his belt, his skirt, or his pants, he's not going anywhere. Okay? Only gonna go somewhere if I allow it, or I mess up. Okay? We good? All right, everybody get a partner. 1, 2, 3. So a couple different things. People had questions on. I think the biggest problem most folks have is they're trying to get to the finish too quick. So when I get him in this spot, I don't really want my knee to the mat because that's just going to aid him. Even if I have his arm, sorry, it's turned a little bit. Even if I have his arm controlled, he's going to use his elbow to push that down, right? And now he's stapled that leg. It's not going to do me any good. So here, I don't want to be on my side. I want to be up more. Pinching this in. See how I'm moving his elbow to the inside, right? So instead of me extending my legs, now I'm getting further and further away from what I want, is a lever to adjust his arm, okay? I'm in tighter, right? He's in here, square up. His elbow's on the inside, okay? So now it's all push and pull, right? And lifting my hips, getting this a little further. And once I have it, now I can go here, control. Notice my position is not right, okay? But I have control at his collar, and I'm here. If he comes back into me, he's gonna get triangled, okay? Right away. So here, I wanna let this down, take it over, switch to his tricep, okay? Pinch my knees. Now, if he tries to roll on his right shoulder, he just can't do it, okay? I don't have to rush here, he's going nowhere. And he rolls, go ahead and roll. I have his arm. Sorry. So it's there in that roll. Next thing, come back. I'm not gonna do the arm again.
You heard that. You good, right?
I didn't even use my hips.
No, but I mean, you did.
Okay.
That's fine.
So, now, if he starts to roll, I can follow him. Hold my knee, I come up. I'm holding. Sorry, turn. So I can be in this position, my knees to the mat. I can post and end up, kind of like a reverse triangle position. Okay, come back. Turn a little bit away. Yeah. Now, when I'm sitting on this bicep, I can re-roll again, right to another finish. Right? Paddle. Okay. Finish. Okay. So, if I want to sweep him after all this, so if I get it under his leg, right?
Where am I going?
I'm just going to extend and roll. Okay. So here, come up, right? Same position. So we have options. I don't want to go to the sweep if I don't have to. Okay. I want to control him first. Once I'm there, I can kind of pick what happens. There's a lot of other stuff that we can do there, a lot of other transitions. I want to focus on getting there. If I control his tricep, which is past his lever point of his elbow, he cannot pull his arm out. Okay? And then if I have his belt or his skirt or his pants, he's not going to be able to roll, at least not easily. And if he does, I'm going to feel that, hey, he might be getting ahead of me. I'll come up and I'll let him roll, but I'll take the next position. Does that make sense? Okay. All right, let's get some rounds, guys. 1, 2, 3.